superheroes. I'm Victoria Knight coming to you from Purdue University College of Veterinary Medicine, League of VetaHumanz. Welcome to the end of Season 2. I'll be your host on VetaHumanz Live today. We'll be following our journey with our VetaHuman in training, Celestial Seraph. Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us, I know we're coming to the end of everything, so tell us, what week are we in and how has it been going so far?
I have no idea what week we're in. I just know we're at the end. Before finals weeks, they call it what? Study week?
Mm-hmm.
And how's it going? To be honest, it's just been like after class, I go home and then I'm just like studying, just straight studying until I'm like, okay, it's time to sleep. And yeah. And I feel like it's definitely a lot more than last semester because like this semester's classes was more like, I don't know how to say it, like work dense, like more. It was like a lot of material and I have to make sure that I know everything in time for the exam compared to like last semester where it was like all I need to do is just like maybe like study, yeah, but just like not to this extent.
Mm-hmm. So tell us, what exams you have coming up? Like, what does your last week of vet school look like?
It's looking a lot like crazy. That's what it's looking like. Wait, can you repeat the question again? I'm
Like,
sorry.
oh, yeah, you're okay. So, what exams do you have coming up, and how does it look like in the next week coming up?
Right, the exam's coming up. So the first one, I mean, I guess the first one is anatomy. Like if it's officially final week, that's next week. The first one is anatomy. But for me, my first exam would technically be neuro because I plan to do it today to get it out the way. I'm not that worried about it because I had been like studying for it from since like I don't know, like last week Saturday. Um, and some of it is like open book. And then what after anatomy on Monday, I think it's immuno on Tuesday, and then I think histo on Wednesday, and then physiology on Thursday. So yeah, pretty much this week has just like been busy for me because I know like for immuno and physio, not that they're hard classes, but I know they're like it's a lot of dense information and I can't wait till like last minute to study it. So I had started early going through each like lecture um and writing it over like on a piece of paper, making sure I understand the actual concept in my head, like I can say it in my own words. And I've been doing that since like I guess you could say last week Saturday. And I've been doing like 2 lectures per day and then making well for physiology doing the professor's provided practice questions to see if I actually understood the information from whatever lectures I studied that day. And then for immuno, generate a practice exam based off of whatever lecture I studied for that one as well. So that's been working out fine, but unfortunately, I've been kind of like pushing off anatomy, and anatomy is literally the first exam next week. So I have been trying to do not only 2 physio lectures a day and a 1 immuno lecture a day, but also starting from yesterday, try to like go over like anatomy with at however much I can. And it's definitely been a lot. Like at the end, I'm pretty much like, oh wow, I've done like 8 hours straight of just studying. And it's a lot. So.
Sorry, you froze. You said it was a lot. That it's a lot.
Yeah, that that was the last thing I said.
Oh my. So I like how you're breaking everything up, and I know how you started a week before this. That's really helpful, kind of spreading up all the material to kind of help grasp everything, and especially the back-to-back exams are not easy.
Yeah.
So that's good. So I'm glad you have a good study schedule and everything. You still using Anki? I know you said you were using like quizzes
So
and no.
no, it's good. It's good. Right now I've only used Anki for this last stretch of the semester for histology because for immuno, like yes, I've used it. I've done the objective questions that he has. Can you still hear me? Because it says trying to connect. Okay. Yeah. For immuno, I've done Anki for it, but I haven't been using the Anki 2 study for it. It's like I've done it, it's there, and then now it's just me actually like looking at his lecture handouts, I think you call them like that, and then like writing it, making sure I understand it, and then just like coming up with it, or having a notebook LM make
Oh yeah.
Practice questions based off of what I've been studying, and it definitely helps me like retain the information, like see what I need to work on, see what I probably don't need that much to to study for, that kind of thing. And then for physio, like the last, like the professor, Dr. Sem, like he does have objective questions, but like I learned pretty fast from the endocrine section before we even had the endocrine exam that that wasn't the best way to study for it. So I literally went from since like endocrine, and I just every single lecture writing out whatever, making sure it I can just say in my own words, make a flow chart or whatever, so I can understand like definitions, terms, make it make sense in my head. And then just use his practice questions after I've finished each lecture to make sure that I understand that concept. So yeah, Anki's been kind of like on the back burner, just been helping with histo really, and it's pretty good for histo anyway. Still need to finish it because it's a lot. I feel like my histo Ankis are like the longest Ankis. They usually come out with like 400 and plus cards in it. And it's not like concepts, it's mainly like pictures, and you're like blocking out what like cells it are, like naming, like labeling. Yeah, so even though it's like a big number, I don't have to like freak out too much about it because it's literally just like, okay, label, and I can do it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're still using a bit of your Anki, but you're kind of doing a little bit of like different strategies to kind of tone everything in for finals. That's really good. So now that we've had a good plan and you're using all your study habits, so like how's your personal care doing? Are you still eating healthy? Are you still sleeping? Are you sacrificing sleep?
I mean, I don't sleep, period. But anyway, no, I've still been on a pretty solid like schedule with like how I set my sleeping time. Eating has been it's definitely been different because normally like my dinner is like after the gym, and it's just a protein smoothie, but I haven't been able to go to the gym like ever since actually ever since I came back from banquet in Iowa and getting my red belt and whatnot. I haven't been able to go to the gym because I've just been like studying like for endocrine, and then after that it was just like, okay, well now I need to make sure I'm studying all this content for finals and not lagging behind. And I mean, it's bad because like normally I just like I cannot function without at least that like 1 to 2 hours of me time in the gym. But what I've been doing is I know I have to eat, so if I make dinner, then I'm not going to study while I'm going to eat while eating dinner. I'm going to eat dinner and like maybe like watch a show until I've finished eating. And then when I finish eating, go right back to like studying. So that's what I've been doing instead. And it's been like working out. So
Okay, good. Well, at least in the summer you'll definitely can go back to your
yes.
daily. I know. We're counting
I'm like,
down.
oh my gosh, it's summer and my summer body, it's like deteriorating. I can't do it.
I feel you. So now we're talking about summer. Do you have any future plans for the summer? Do you have any like what do you plan to do?
Well, I am a TA for the college for Vet Up College. So I'm excited about that. And that's like for like half the summer. I know the last 2 weeks it's like online. I don't know what we'd have to do online, but so one of my friends from undergrad, she's in vet school, but she's in Minnesota's vet school, so U of M. And she's always been like, hey, I would love for you to experience what 4th of July is like in the States, because I've never had it. I've never like experienced it. And then like coming from a territory, it's like it doesn't work. The concept of it doesn't work, you know? So, and I would always be like somewhere else for a 4th of July. And by her place, it's like fun. She's the same person that I go to the Renaissance Festival with every year. Yeah. So I was like, okay, since those last 2 weeks of the program are like online,
Mhm.
I can see how that works. Like, what are they going to make us do? And if it's like really just like remote for
Mhm.
real, then I asked her like, hey, can I just like come over like and experience what 4th of July is like? And she's like, absolutely. So, you know, if it really is completely remote, then I'll probably like for 4th of July weekend, because I think it's on a Friday, I'll probably spend like the weekend by her. And then the last few weeks before starting next year, we're starting second year DVM, I'm going to be working in the ER and ICU. And then I think before launch week, um, I got an opportunity to like show some international students around. So they would like pay me to take them to eat anywhere, to go to wherever they want to go, and like just show them around, have them a good time. And I'm just like, yeah, I'd love to get paid to do that. And also like everything is paid for, like including my meal, including the gas, like everything. Like, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll have a good time myself and like get paid. So like, absolutely, I'll be doing that. And then yeah, that's pretty much like how my summer is gonna go.
Exciting. And I know
So.
you mentioned last time you started doing the ER. How do you like it so far? How's it been going?
I like it a lot. In the beginning, obviously, it's like I need to like learn where certain things live. So
Yeah.
like obviously like when there is an emergency, I'm like, okay, I know where this is lived, blah blah blah. It definitely helped me put into like effect on being able to do like a PCV and TP by myself. So I know we do that in VSAC, but like actually like um they like maybe like the techs or the doctors might be like, have they taught you this in VSAC? And I'd be like, yes. And they'd be like, okay, I want you to run this for me. So then it actually like I get to like do this in practice. I've done catheters before. I've interned them before. Back home, like I'm legally like allowed to do that. But when I came like here, obviously like restrictions are different. And then how we were taught to do it in VSAC is like pretty different. So they do kind of the same thing in the ER. So like when we were like practicing how to insert IV catheters, when I was like at work, I would see them do it as well a lot. I didn't get to practice that. It's usually the techs who do that,
Hmm.
but I get to see like over and over and over again how they do it. So like when I practiced it at home for VSAC, it was almost like I like nothing.
Yeah.
So now I know how to do it the way I've been doing it at home and like Purdue's way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I love to hear that
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of combining what you've learned in class and then actually applying it to the field. So that's really fun. I'm glad that you're loving
Mm-hmm.
ER and everything, and you have the ICU position emergency
Mm-hmm.
coming up. So I'm so glad to hear everything, and we're
Mm-hmm.
rooting for you for the end of the semester and
Thank
kind of
you.
see how everything goes on along with summer. Do you have anything you want to share to the audience, like any experiences, whatever, or words or inspirations?
Ah. My brain is like so scrambled right now with studying. I don't have anything. Like, get back to me after finals
That's okay.
and
No
see
worries.
what happens.
That
But
is
yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. No worries. Well, I want to say thank you so much for being on the show today. You can learn more about the other League of VetaHumans at VetaHumans.org. If you like this episode, please subscribe, rate, and share with your friends. And remember, use your powers for good.
We're good.